Hello and welcome back to Maths with Mr. Duffield. I am the aforementioned Mr. Duffield, and today a little bit of a review of ratio that one of my third form has asked for help with. First of all, simplifying these ratios, you should be perfectly aware of this. This is just a quick review. Cancelling them down in the same way as you would do a fraction to the smallest whole numbers that match the ratio. So 4 to 6, you can halve both of those to make 2 to 3. And because halving again would make this 3 1.5, I'm not going to go any further. Anything else here? Let's do 15 to 10, part C. Dividing both sides by 5 would give me 3 to 2. Yeah, 15 divided by 5 is 3, 10 divided by 5 is 2, and dividing either of these by anything else would make the numbers decimals. So I'm, generally speaking, when I'm talking about simplifying ratios, going to avoid making either of the numbers not whole, decimals or fractions. Now, there's an exception to this, which leads me to the next little section of this worksheet. There is an exception. Sometimes we do have to express ratios with some decimal placey numbers in them, and I think it's causing a bit of confusion. So, express each of the following ratios in the form 1 to n. Okay, what that means is the first number in every one of these ratios needs to be made into the number 1. I achieve that by dividing both sides of the ratio by what that first number is. So in this case, 2 to 3, I'm going to simplify that by dividing both sides by 2. That results in 1 to 1.5. Okay, because 3 divided by 2, 3 halves, 1.5. You could write that as 3 over 2 if you like. It doesn't really matter. And then similarly, part B, simplifying 5 over 4. Well, that simplifies by dividing both sides by 5. Remember, I want to make the first number 1. That's why I'm dividing both sides by 5. So the answer to that is 1 to 4/5, or if you wanted, 0.8. 0.8. And it's the same process for every single one of these. You're dividing both sides by the number on the left-hand side to make that number on the left-hand side the number 1. And then question 6, for a few more of these, it's very similar, except the second number needs to be the number 1. Okay, so quickly doing this. So if I wanted the second number here to be 1, I'm going to divide that by 2 and then divide the other side by 2 as well. So part A of question 6 is going to be 3.5 to 1. Okay? Question you might be asking is, what's the point of this? Why am I rearranging a ratio in terms of decimal placey numbers when just a couple of questions ago I was simplifying fully and keeping the numbers whole? Well, in answer to that question, the main kind of application that I can think of is maps, right? You'll often get a map out and you'll read a scaling, and it'll be 1 colon something. And what that means is 1 centimeter on the map represents a certain number of centimeters in real life. So this 1 to n thing is useful in that context at the very, very least. But also, just in terms of general numeric awareness, you should be aware that dividing both sides by a certain number, just demonstrating your kind of mastery of that element of just mathematical operations, it's useful stuff. And demonstrating that you understand this means that we can build onto more complex stuff very quickly indeed. I wish you all the best with it, and I will talk to you very soon. And for goodness sake, please upload your work to Teams. I'll speak to you later.